Hello, Retro Simmers. Welcome to West Enemy Sims. My name is Kelvin, and how are you doing? We are back with Around the World in The Sims 2. This time around, we're traveling all the way to Turkey to build a Yali. In actual Turkish name, or in English, is Yali. So, if you happen to stumble upon this channel and you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe to West Enemy Sims for more updates on Retro Sims content. Currently, we are on our way to hitting 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you so much for subscribing to West Enemy Sims so far. It really helps me boost my confidence to know that a lot of people still love The Sims 2 and Sims 3 and also The Sims 1. Now let's get back to what is a Yali. So a Yali is literally means seashore or beach. It's actually a house or mansion built right on the waterside on the coast, particularly on the Bosphorus Strait in Istanbul, and usually built with an architectural concept that takes into account to the characteristics of the coastal location. So usually these houses or mansions are considered as a vacation home. You will spend some time during at the summers, and yeah, it's really, from the looks of the gallery I saw on pictures and references, these houses look really grand and really beautiful as you travel across the coastline. And usually these houses are made from finely worked wood as construction for Yalis, as a large majority of Turkish houses. But in this case, I didn't use much wood textures from in the outside. I would like to edit it later on in off camera. So this build actually comprises a lot of definitely a waterfront. So I put a huge lake. It's supposed to be a beach area, but I don't think it is suitable for a beach lot because it goes down to a coastline. So huge lake, a stream across at the back of the house, and also a strip of deck, floor tile as a deck. So this is going to be pretty interesting with a lot of balconies facing the waterfront, and Sims and actually fish there if you want to at the dock. So it is pretty grand, and from the reference pictures, it's usually painted predominantly white, so definitely following white color as the main primary the color scheme on the outside, and using light green or mint green to add as accent points for this build, so it looks a little bit less boring to look at to me. So, and then on the insides, I use a lot of the Moroccan style tiles. The wallpapers are really Moroccan style, because in the Turkey, after all, is located very near to the Middle East. It's pretty predominantly Islamic features integrated in the architecture and culture. So using Moroccan style furniture and floor tiles and wall textures are definitely not really out of the real house. So on the ground floor, I only have the living room. There's a small, after you walked into this main hallway to double staircases leading upwards. Behind there is a small room for like a sitting area that facing the waterfront, which is, I really like that feature. And also kitchen and dining room in one side, and also a study and a TV room or living room on the other side. Wing upstairs would be two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and later on I even added a third floor on the upstairs as a master bedroom, and another floor room I was stuck to ran out of ideas what room I would want to have, and then it ended up being a home gym. So yeah, this is a pretty grand and pretty big houses. I usually I'm not a big fan of making huge mansions because I always find very difficult to fill up all the spaces inside the house. But at the same time, it gives a lot of room for to place a lot of things that you don't really put in small regular houses, like a bar, or these days we don't have a bar, with like a grand piano, and to signify a more luxurious home. And yeah, so a lot of restructuring going on in this build. I actually shrunk down both sides of the balcony and then push it out a bit to make it look more small, narrower, and then look a bit more interesting to look at. And then I put it in a lot of pillars, and I push it back in the middle floor or the second floor. I push it back a little bit to give a little bit of a fake balcony in the middle to give the house a little bit more bump in and bump outs, to give a little nice shape or shell instead of just a big rectangular blob, which I don't really like. So yeah, always look for places that you can push in and out to have little bump ins and bump outs, so your mansion or big houses won't look like a big blob of huge rectangles. And also I added the architectural features, or like the cornice, to make it look more detailed on the side. Initially I put the corner ones and then it doesn't look really nice, so I use move objects on to use both sides of the regular straight edge cornices to make it look really nice, with a green and a white really complement each other. And then I changed the deck into a white wash wood. It looks much more cohesive in terms on the outside. The roofing also another big challenge to make it look really nice. I actually removed some of the roofs and then added back in to make it look a bit more conducive or look nice, and then using a lot of tiles to make it look interesting. Aside from using Moroccan tiles, I also borrowed a little bit of the Mediterranean style in, I think, kitchen and bath stuff pack, because after all, the western part of Turkey is actually facing the Mediterranean Sea, so definitely a mix of borrowing a lot of cultures from the Mediterranean side and also mixing with the Islamic themed with the Moroccan tiles and everything, to make it look more like a blend of East meets West kind of a feel. After all, Turkey is right smack in the middle of Europe and Asia, after all. So to give this house has a blend of those two cultures would be a nice fit. Anyways, I want to talk back a little bit about the stream from last week. A lot of I don't really like modern builds, and so it's nice to come back with these a little bit more traditional, a little bit more regional kind of architecture style. I really like to come back to it, even though I use almost all the similar carpets or wallpapers over and over again. If you put it in different contexts, or at times it looks a little bit much more fun. So it is pretty surprising that Sims 2 actually can translate to a lot of architecture styles that I really love to explore. And by the way, I still have a few suggestions I haven't worked on. There is one from Chile and there's one from Malta. Wow, that some of my viewers are coming from all over the world, so definitely a lot of different ideas to put in to discover a lot of type of buildings, to styles to look into. Also, this build Yali, is pretty much a really long time coming. I think I remember this is from one of the viewers last time from Turkey. I forgot her name, really sorry. And that was almost years ago. But then I wasn't that confident in building a large mansion back then. So this idea has been put off a long time until now, today, that I come pretty much more comfortable after doing a little bit more research on how things look, and a little bit of definitely research has definitely helped. And also, yeah, as I build way more houses and way more styles, then I think I'm a little bit more confident now that I can just whip things up in different modes, so to speak. So yeah, if you have any ideas or each country you're from, you want to see how your version of your architecture from your home country or some other countries would like to be featured in The Sims 2 around the world, please drop me a comment and suggest, and if you can put in some screenshots or reference pictures for me to check it out, see if it is possible. I'm constantly surprised myself with a lot of different more ideas from everyone, from mod Sims, from anywhere in, especially Discord, on some of the servers, and also some comments. I do appreciate some of them, even though I don't go through or go through with the ideas sometimes, because I thought it was too hard or not possible in The Sims. But really thank you for your ideas, because I thought this series will be over within 1 year, and yet we are still having more and more different ideas. Even if the same country, you can do apartments for one style, and then you can do the same style for a single house or even a community lot. Really up to you guys to help chip in and suggest more ideas, so we can expand the library of different types of builds. Seriously, I have no idea how to build normal houses anymore, because usually those normal suburban houses are not really pretty or interesting if I build it, because I really don't know how to make it really different and special, but exploring different kinds of architecture really expand my own horizons and really push the boundaries of the Sims 2 build tools. And it's really surprisingly achievable even with limited technology or limited tool methods. It is pretty much possible in The Sims 2. Definitely it's easier in The Sims 3 or 4, and definitely easier with CCs. And I'm doing it without CC because I really want as many people as possible to able to download without much problems. So yeah, really help. Thank you so much for your help and ideas for keeping this series going on as far as today. In terms of landscaping, I didn't put much focus on landscaping. Just a little bit of trees, some bushes to make it not look too empty, and also a long fencing in front to make it a lot more grand. Because the focus is pretty much on the waterfront side, so I use a little bit more attention to give a little bit more attention to the front instead of at the back, the actual front house. So just a simple bump out and a tiled walkway towards the mailbox is already good enough. But at the back, definitely a lot of details, add in and out, added in. I actually put in a little bit of a seaweed at the deck later on. I think in off camera. I don't think I put it during recording to make it a little bit more look like it is from the sea instead of it by the river or the lake. okay, that's pretty much what I want to share about this Turkish Yali. What do you guys think? Please leave me a comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to West Enemy Sims for more updates on retro Sims content. The link to download this build as well as my screenshots will be down in my Instagram and Tumblr pages. Please do give these social media channels a follow. Also, I am still looking for people to like to join the Retro Simmers Club, which is the membership in YouTube, which is a little bit over of $1 a month that you can enjoy early access to my videos, shoutouts, and a little bit more gifts for icons for you guys that I can pretty much offer for a membership. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.